This is Mindfulness with Richard. Welcome. This series focuses on mindfulness meditation. So listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Now, today I'm going to dive into the topic working with difficult emotions, embracing the power of mindfulness. Life is an ever-changing tapestry of experiences, and emotions are an intrinsic part of this vibrant mosaic. However, emotions such as anger, anxiety, and sadness can sometimes be overwhelming and challenging to navigate. In this talk, I'll explore specific mindfulness-based techniques that offer a pathway towards recognizing and working with these emotions in a non-judgmental and compassionate way. By cultivating mindfulness, we can build emotional resilience and foster greater harmony within ourselves and with the world around us. Before we look into techniques, let's understand the nature of difficult emotions. Emotions are responses to our experiences, shaped by our thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, conditioning, and attachments. Difficult emotions arise when we encounter situations that challenge our sense of stability, control, or well-being. Anger may rise when we feel threatened or when our boundaries are crossed. Anxiety often emerges when we anticipate negative outcomes, while sadness may surface during moments or memories of loss or disappointment. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment without judgment. It is the gateway to understanding and embracing our emotions with compassion and clarity. Through mindfulness, we can create a safe place within ourselves to observe, accept, and transform our emotional experiences. So let's explore some mindfulness-based techniques that can help us skillfully navigate difficult emotions. First is breath awareness. The breath is an anchor that connects us to the present moment. We've worked a lot with breath in these sessions. When difficult emotions arise, pausing to focus on our breath can help soothe the turbulence within. Observe the rhythm of your breath, the feel of the rising and falling sensations in the body. As you breathe in and out, gently acknowledge the emotions without resistance or attachment. Allow the breath to guide you back into the here and now, where the past and future lose their grip on your awareness. When difficult emotions surge, it's common to identify with them, believing I am angry or I am anxious. Mindfulness invites us to observe emotions as passing experiences rather than defining aspects of our identity. When anger arises, acknowledge it as anger is present. This simple shift in language creates a space between you and the emotion. providing room for acceptance and non-reactivity. Now, there's a mindfulness technique that's called the RAIN technique, and it's a powerful mindfulness practice for working with intense emotions. R is recognize. When a difficult emotion arises, just take a moment to recognize its presence. Label it without judgment. This is anxiety. This is sadness. A, allow. Instead of suppressing or avoiding the emotion, allow it to be as it is. Give yourself permission to experience the emotion fully. I is investigate. Gently explore the sensations and thoughts associated with the emotions. Where do you feel it in the body? What thoughts are accompanying it? Approach this investigation with curiosity and compassion. And then N is non-identification. As discussed earlier, practice non-identification with the emotion. Remind yourself that it is a passing experience and does not define you. Loving kindness meditation is a beautiful practice that involves extending compassion and well wishes to ourselves and others. With difficult emotions, it's especially important to extend it to ourselves. When we encounter difficult emotions, it's essential to remember that we're not alone in experiencing them. Through loving kindness, we can send ourselves and others wishes for healing, happiness, and ease. Repeat to yourself phrases like, "May I be free from anger. May I find peace amidst anxiety. May I be gentle with myself in times of sadness." This practice nurtures self-compassion and fosters emotional well-being. Now, grounding in the body is also a technique. Difficult emotions can sometimes make us feel overwhelmed and disconnected from the present moment. Grounding techniques can help anchor us back to reality and the present moment. Feel your feet on the ground, the texture of the floor beneath you. Engage your senses by noticing the temperature, sound, and colors around you. This brings your attention to the present moment and stabilizes your awareness. You can also do a body scan like we did last week. Mindfulness teaches us the impermanent nature of all things, including our emotions. Difficult emotions, like all experiences, arise and pass away. They come and go. When we hold on to them tightly or resist their presence, we prolong their impact on our well-being. Instead, recognizing their impermanence allows us to cultivate a sense of spaciousness and detachment. Just as storm clouds eventually disperse, so too do our difficult emotions naturally subside when met with mindfulness and acceptance. Mindfulness invites us to observe the triggers and patterns that give rise to difficult emotions. By bringing attention to these patterns without judgment, we gain insight into our emotional responses. Recognizing the root cause of our emotions empowers us to address them at their source. Mindfulness enables us to break free from habitual reactions, offering the opportunity for conscious and skillful responses to life's challenges. Now, suppressed emotions can weigh heavily on our minds and bodies, affecting our overall well-being. Mindful expression provides an avenue for releasing pent-up emotions in a healthy and constructive way. Engage in creative activities like writing, drawing, dancing, or art to channel and release the energy of difficult emotions. Mindful physical activities such as yoga or mindful walking can also help release tension and promote emotional balance. Let us remember that mindfulness is not about eradicating difficult emotions, but about embracing them with understanding and compassion. Difficult emotions are part of the human experience, and by learning to work with them mindfully, we cultivate emotional resilience and wisdom. Through breath awareness, non-identifying observation, the RAIN technique, loving kindness meditation, grounding exercises, and other approaches I talked about today, we can transform the way we relate to our emotions. Mindfulness empowers us to respond to life's challenges with clarity and empathy, fostering a deeper connection with ourselves and those around us. May we all continue to journey towards emotional freedom and inner peace through the transformative power of mindfulness. May you be well on this path of self-discovery and growth. May the practice of mindfulness continue to enrich your life, fostering peace and compassion in your heart and in the world around you. May you be well, and may your journey be filled with wisdom, understanding, and profound inner peace. So, how was your meditation last week, Barley?
Well, it's been good, except for this morning. I had a workman here at 8 o'clock, so I couldn't meditate in my usual spot. And I tried to meditate in my old spot, and it didn't work as well. But then I realized, oh, it's Thursday. I'll still get a chance to get a solid meditation.
So how's your new time and place working for you?
It's working. I have to keep working on it. I have the kitty that likes to join me. So
Of course.
that's kind of nice.
Of course.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, glad that you're continuing to make progress.
Yes. Yes.
How about you, Richard?
Good. When things come up, to keep asking the question, who is this coming up for? And to keep deepening and realizing that for whoever an emotion is coming up. Who is that? It seems to be the ego. So, got to go deeper.
Yes, got to go deeper. And this is that kind of disidentification that I was talking about earlier today. It's just a different flavor that is attuned to the kind of inquiry practice that you and I share.
Right, right.
And, you know, again, it's interesting to me that some common approaches show up in these different forms of meditation. They're not so different after all.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Well, very good. And let us start our meditation for today. Oops, I lost my picture. Since we're talking about difficult emotions, that's the picture I have. And mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. Relax. Look for joy in the moment. Let experiences and thoughts come. Let them be. Let them go. All right. And now we have a video. This is the solution to all your problems.
Once upon a time, there was a famous monk who used to live on a high mountain, far away at a place where not many people would go. Still, people who heard about him would walk up to the mountain on a difficult path to meet him. One day, a group of travelers who went up on mountains got to know about the monk and his wisdom. So they decided to visit him. On reaching there, they all greeted the monk. Each of them wanted to talk to him about their own problems and ask for its solutions. So they started to fight among themselves about who would ask first. Fight among them got loud, and soon it was chaos there. Each one of them was saying that his problem is bigger and he needs to talk to monk first. Monk watched this commotion for a while, and not seeing them getting to any decision, he shouted, "Silence!" All people got silent immediately. Then monk said, "I have a solution. All of you sit down in a circle on a ground and wait." Saying this, he left and came back with some paper sheets, pen, and an empty ball. He passed paper and pen to each one of them and placed ball in the middle. Then he instructed, "All of you write down your problem on a paper, which you think that troubles you most, and then fold that paper and put that paper in a ball." Everyone started writing, and when everyone finished writing, they put their paper in the ball. Then monk picked up that ball and mixed all those papers. Then he calmly handed the basket to a person sitting in the circle and said, "Now pass the basket around and pick up whichever paper is on the top. Read the problem, and if you choose, make it your own or take back your own problem." One by one, each of them picked out a paper and read each other's problem. When they read others' problem, they were horrified. Each one of them came to conclusion that their problem is not as worse as other person's problem. Within a minute, each one of them exchanged their problems, and when they finally had their original paper in their hand, they felt content. They thanked the monk and went on their way. If we see in our lives, then we will find that we all think that our problem is biggest of all. But if we look at the problems of others, then our problems will start looking small to us. In fact, there is no such person in this world who does not have any problem or adversity in his life. Problems are part of our life. If there is no problem in our life, then how can we feel happiness? Therefore, instead of being afraid of problems, we should try to face it. Because the best way to escape from a problem is to solve it.
All right. And now we will have more meditation. And take in everything presented by your senses. Be present here and now. Disregard thoughts and just pay attention to the feel of your breath. All right. And now we'll close with our chant. Om.
Shanti,
Mm.
Shanti.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. All right. Discussion, comments, questions?
So much peace.
Just peace. I notice for myself, those difficult emotions that we were talking about, they don't happen nearly as much as they used to. Anyway, regardless of things like this, just continue to stay in peace and keep meditating, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste.
You want deeper meditation, more peace, more happiness. Subscribe now to continue to find ways to get more from your meditation.